Bro, Hollywood P reacts.
What's good, YouTube? It's your dude Hollywood P, back again for another video. Now, as always, folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications so that you stay up to date with all of my latest uploads. All right, guys, we are back once again, and today we are going to be discussing DDG, Halle Bailey, India Love, and of course, young Halo. Now, as we know, DDG and India Love did attend prom together, the Funny Mike Streamers prom, and they had a blast together. There were a couple moments where it looks like India Love and DDG were actually a couple. You know, being there, she was, getting upset that DDG was playing with other females, as she should, because they came together and it makes her look bad, like she's not doing her job. Also in the news, India Love did unfollow Halle Bailey on Instagram, and there's a lot of speculation behind it, and I'm going to give the alleged reason to possibly why that happened. Reason why I think India Love unfollowed Halle Bailey is simple. She picked a side. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what does she look like being friends with Halle Bailey if, of course, DDG and Halle Bailey are beefing right now and they're ops. Halle Bailey's trying to have it where he doesn't see his son but like 6 hours a week, with a monitored visitation or something. And it's alleged stuff that, of course, the way DDG probably told it to India was like, listen, this is what really happened. No entertainment, no jokes. This is what happened. And for her to hear the real deal from DDG's side, probably felt a certain type of way about how they're like, yo, I can't rock with this. Like, for somebody to do something like that to keep them away from their son, lie on them, say that they injured them and ran their head into a steering wheel. And, DDG probably sold it really well to her, on his side. And he got proof. He probably showed the messages again and just reconfirmed, what it was. And also she probably talked to, Baby Rich, who was part of the incidents a couple times, with the air tags and just crazy stuff, but I think India Love has really got DDG's back. Like, I'm talking about, like, if it ever came to it, she would probably swing on Halle, for DDG, because that's her guy. And it's like, you're doing them wrong. So of course, if you're friends with somebody, you don't want your friends to be done wrong. That's what it is. She chose a side. Her and DDG are super good friends. Like, she comes over to DDG's house, and it's also the thing where she don't make it like she's playing both sides of the fence. How are you going to be hanging with DDG, but yet you and Halle still locked in? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So she had to, like, yo, Halle, you can go ahead and unfollow India. India has unfollowed you. She clearly letting you know that she's team DDG. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's her homie. Even her sister Morgan, standing on it like, yo, DDG and India Love are like a thing. Like, they're really good friends. Like, she voting for them to be in a relationship. And the same with Dub. Dub wants DDG and India to be, a public item. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like how DDG and Halle was in a relationship. They want DDG and India to be together. You know what I'm saying? But right now, DDG just has too much on his plate where he can't really claim, India Love like that, or even try to, be serious with her right now because of the courts and stuff. You got the whole, if he locks in and is in a relationship with India, Halle's gonna probably do something better again and really try to force DDG not to see his son. And you gotta look at it like this: if DDG and India Love come out as a couple, what would Halle do? You got to think about it like that, because if Halle and India Love follow each other, clearly they had some type of relationship or met or something before, and they were cool. What does it look like for DDG to be with India Love? You get what I'm saying? During a custody battle, being that India Love and Halle Bailey were once friends. You see what I'm saying? So this looks like spiteful. So India Love had to just cut ties with Halle Bailey to let Halle Bailey know that, yo, I'm rocking with DDG. This my man. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, with Dub and Morgan, which is, Dub is DDG's brother, Morgan is India Love's sister, they want them to be together because they complement each other so well. They just belong together. I told you before that DDG, his lifestyle of being, the rapper and streamer and everything, and by India Love being a streamer, this is like a match made in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Now, will the relationship last? I don't know. Will it become toxic? Yes, at some point it will become toxic. We got little glimpses of toxicity, between the two, but even though it was kind of playful, one day it could be serious, and I think DDG is just kind of like just having fun right now. He was locked down in a relationship, pretty much back to back. Think about it, he went from Ruby straight to Halle, had a baby, and now he's out of a relationship. So right now I think he's just trying to take his time and enjoy life. And I definitely want that for DDG. I want DDG to continue doing what he's doing with his content and just having fun, traveling, doing videos with different women and just kind of relaxing and chilling. We know India Love is the one that would probably make his, it would have put him back in this square, to put him back where he need to be at. You know what I'm saying? To give him that look again. But right now he's out here calling himself Moo Jackson, like a young Michael Jackson. He's moving around, people screaming, girls passing out and stuff right now. So right now he's living his best life. He's lit. So he doesn't necessarily need a relationship to like do anything for his image because he already up. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I say, one day, whoever he chooses next, which I'm hoping is India Love, because I like them together. I think, like I say, if you look at the picture in my background here, you see India Love with the chain on, you see DDG with a couple chains on. She's got the bracelets full all on the wrist. Like, they just the same. They are like compatible. They like the same stuff. What DDG say, I like what India like he really does. And I believe that eventually they will be a public item. But right now he's got a custody battle. He can't, what does he look like coming out with India Love? Being that India Love was once friends with Halle, she not unfollow Halle, you gonna be the boyfriend? And listen, making the case even harder. You know what I'm saying? He just wanna be cool, want everybody and the thing is with DDG, y'all don't really understand is this. He don't want to be beefing with Halle. He just want to see his son when he want to see his son. That's the issue. Yes, he showed the latest picture of him being in her home and took a picture of the bed. He's like, oh, that's what you own? You know what I'm saying? Because he was there with Halo to drop him off. And he was like, yo, I got to go to work. So I'm going to go and drop, you're going to have to pick Halo up from George because I got to go. So he's like, yo, what's going on? Why you ain't getting Halo? That's why he was there. He wasn't there just taking pictures of the room. He was like, yo, where you at? You know what I'm saying? I'm in your house. You supposed to have Halo. He's like, listen, I can't hang around because I gotta go. I gotta catch this flight or whatever and go. So you're gonna have to pick up Halo from George. He was trying to be courteous and bring Halo to the house. You know what I'm saying? That's what allegedly happened. You know what I'm saying? Now, everything else far as, like I say, the violence and stuff that happened, like I said, there's always three sides to a story. Yours, hers, and the truth. You know what I'm saying? So what it is now, DDG is just living his life. He's trying to do everything the right way. He's not on no type of time, no demon time or nothing like that. He just want to keep everything cordial, be cool. He's laid back. He smoke his little weed or whatever, and he's just trying to see his kid. That's it. And that's what India Love knows. That's why she unfollowed Halle Bailey allegedly, because she knows that Halle's in the way of just being bitter and not letting DDG see his son. That's all it is. It's like, yo, why would you try to hold a man's kid from him when he's trying to see him? He's trying to be an active father, but you trying to keep him away. He just want to see his kid. You know what I'm saying? Let the man be with his kid. And like I said, once he's told India Love what it was, that's when she made her decision. And that's why she unfollowed Halle Bailey, allegedly. But anyway, guys, I am going to end the video here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications. And as always, folks, as always, holla back at your boy. Peace.